The arena roared like a storm that couldn't be contained. It was Game 7 of the Eastern Crown Finals, and every eye in Riverton was locked on the hardwood. The Riverton Royals had clawed their way back from a brutal deficit, their fate balanced on the shoulders of a single player, Malik Turner, a rookie who had become the heartbeat of the city. With seconds left, the Royals trailed the Steelport Vultures by 1. The crowd held its breath as Malik, drenched in sweat, rose above 2 defenders and released a shot that seemed to hang in the air longer than time itself. The ball swished clean through the net as the buzzer blared. The arena erupted in euphoria. Fans rushed the aisles, strangers hugged, and the Royals hoisted Malik on their shoulders, chanting his name like he was destined for immortality. But as the cameras flashed and confetti rained down, Malik's smile carried a strange weight, like a man who had already made peace with something far heavier than a basketball game. By the time the fireworks faded and the chants dissolved into the night, no one knew they were watching Malik Turner's final moments in the spotlight. He would never be seen in public again. The city celebrated a hero, but when the lights dimmed and the locker room doors closed, the story of Malik Turner took a turn no one could explain. The energy inside the Royals' locker room should have been electric: laughter, champagne, the chaotic joy of a team that had just punched its ticket to history. Instead, it was eerily subdued. Players whispered instead of shouted, their eyes darting toward the corner where Malik sat, hunched over with a towel draped across his head. Reporters were kept outside longer than usual, and when they were finally let in, Malik was gone. No victory speech, no interviews, no jubilant rookie holding his trophy high for the cameras. Just an empty chair and a pair of sneakers neatly left by his locker. At first, teammates brushed it off. Maybe he wanted space, maybe the pressure had been too much. But as the minutes turned to hours, concern replaced celebration. Coaches tried calling his phone, only to hear a voicemail greeting that suddenly sounded chilling in its normalcy. The security cameras showed him leaving the arena alone, still in his game gear, slipping out a side exit into the damp Riverton night. No car, no entourage, just Malik, swallowed by the shadows of the city. Some teammates recalled the look in his eyes after the winning shot, like he already knew something they didn't. By sunrise, Malik Turner was no longer just missing. He was a ghost, the city's new hero, gone without explanation, leaving behind silence where there should have been celebration. Riverton by day was a proud basketball city, but by night its streets whispered a different story. The neighborhoods near the arena were a maze of flickering streetlights, boarded-up storefronts, and alleys that swallowed sound. It was here that Malik was last seen, his silhouette captured briefly on a grainy traffic camera before vanishing from view. Detectives scoured the footage, but there was no sign of where he went. No taxi hailed, no ride waiting, no familiar face to greet him. Just an athlete stepping into darkness. Rumors spread quickly. Some said Malik owed money to dangerous people. Others claimed he was caught in a web of old neighborhood ties he couldn't escape. A few fans even swore they saw him on the edge of the river that same night, staring into the black water as though it called to him. But none of it could be proven. The more people searched for answers, the more questions piled up. Why had Malik left his phone in his locker? Why were his game shoes neatly arranged, almost staged, as if he never meant to wear them again? And most unsettling of all, why did his eyes, in every replay of that final shot, carry the heavy calm of a man preparing for a farewell? The city was desperate for clarity, but instead of answers, Riverton found itself drowning in mystery. Every shadow stretching longer, every whisper growing louder. In the days that followed, Malik Turner's absence became the only story in Riverton. News vans camped outside the Royals' practice facility, fans held candlelight vigils at the arena steps, and his name trended across the league as the rookie who vanished at the height of glory. Yet behind the public grief was a chilling detail. Every attempt to reach Malik ended the same way, with unanswered calls that rang into silence. His family pleaded for his return, but even they admitted something was wrong. He hadn't been home in weeks leading up to the finals, sleeping instead at the arena's training facility, as if trying to distance himself from a world that was closing in. Police followed dead-end leads. A backpack found near the docks, sightings that evaporated under scrutiny, anonymous tips that led nowhere. Inside the team, whispers grew darker. Some players admitted Malik had confided in them, saying someone was watching him, that he couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. Others dismissed it as playoff stress. But the unanswered calls painted a different picture, one of deliberate disappearance or something far worse. The phone records ended abruptly the night of the finals, like a signal cut clean from the air. Riverton's golden rookie was no longer just missing. He was unreachable, untouchable. Like a ghost erased from the city he once carried on his shoulders. Weeks turned into months, and still no trace of Malik Turner surfaced. His locker at the Royals facility remained untouched, a shrine of sneakers, jerseys, and silence. The league moved on, but Riverton never did. Each game night, fans claimed to feel his presence in the arena. The sudden hush before tip-off, the echo of phantom footsteps on the hardwood, the faint shadow of a figure watching from the rafters. Players spoke of strange moments during practice. Basketballs rolling across the floor with no one near, the scoreboard flickering numbers that matched Malik's final stat line, whispers that carried his name through the empty gym. To outsiders, it sounded like superstition, a city clinging to a ghost. But to those who had seen Malik's final shot, there was something undeniable about the way his story lingered. He wasn't just a missing player. He was a legend frozen in mystery, a reminder of how quickly triumph can turn to tragedy. And as years passed, Riverton carried both pride and unease, wondering whether their hero had been taken by forces unseen or had chosen to step away from glory into the shadows forever. The truth remained buried, and with it, the haunting legacy of the rookie who vanished after the final buzzer.